The friendly folks over at Hobbii, a Copenhagen-based online yarn company, have reached out to me to send me some of their yarns to try out and share with you guys. Hobbii is a Copenhagen-based online yarn company featuring something for every yarn lover that you know. They have everything from acrylic to organic wool, from lace to super bulky, and literally everything in between. They also have over 1,600 free and paid knitting and crochet patterns that you can find on their website from all types of designers in all types of languages. They sell tools, notions, accessories, literally anything that you can imagine. Please go check out their website because I'm sure you'll find something that you love. One of my favorite features of their website is the photo gallery. So when you're viewing a particular yarn that you might be interested in, you have the option to, of course, see reviews and the various pictures that Hobbii provides, but there's also a feature where you can see a photo gallery. The photo gallery features pictures that regular makers just like you and me have uploaded on the internet, sharing what they've made with the particular yarn that you're looking at. And I think this is incredibly helpful if you're looking for inspiration, if you're not sure what you want to use a yarn for, if you're curious about what different colorways for the yarn look like in different lighting. Peruse the photo gallery feature, and I'm sure you'll find something to help you get a better understanding of what this yarn would look like in person. Hobbii also offers a membership program called Hobbii Plus. With Hobbii Plus, you get 3 free patterns per month, you get twice the points on every order, and you get 10% off of regular priced items. And those are only 3 of the many perks that you get with Hobbii Plus. And you get all of this for only $8.99 US per month. Now that you know a little bit about Hobbii as a company, let me show you the yarns that I picked out. The first yarn I picked is Hobbii Panettone. This is 80% cotton, 7% polyamide, 6% metallic. It comes in a 50-gram ball that has 131 yards of yarn, and the color I chose was color 01, which is white. This is a beautiful yarn with a lovely chain neck construction. Now, even though this yarn is 80% cotton, the chain construction of the yarn makes it quite light and airy, which is unlike many of the cotton blend yarns that I've used before that have more of a traditional spin to them. Now, even though the chain neck construction makes this yarn a lot lighter in weight and in drape, it is not a very smooth yarn to knit with. I found myself having to sort of work really hard for every stitch. And I found that the metallic sections of this yarn were pretty scratchy on my finger as I was knitting them up, which makes me wonder how comfortable of a piece that this would make if I were to make a garment with it. And speaking of what I plan to make with this yarn, I did knit a swatch that I'm either going to use to cast on the June top by Petite Knit or the Soho top by Kadri. It really could go either way, I'm not sure. I think this yarn would be beautiful in either pattern. I wanted to choose something with a relatively simple texture that will allow the metallic feature of this yarn to shine. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what I end up making with this yarn. The next yarn I chose is Hobbii Evergreen. Hobbii Evergreen is 100% organic wool yarn. Each ball features 50 grams and 251 yards, and the color I chose was color 05, which is sand. Now, one of the first things that stood out to me about this yarn when I opened the package in person is that the color I see in person is not exactly what I expected compared to what I saw on the website. It is more of a grayish brown and less of a green. Now, you would think that the color sand would tell me that it is not green, but on the website, it looks green to me. So maybe my color interpretation is a little bit off, but even with that discrepancy, I am really happy with the color of this yarn, and I think it is going to work up beautifully. It is soft and bouncy and light, and it is all the things that I love about 100% non-superwash wool. I personally plan to make a Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague with this yarn. The next yarn I picked is Hobbii Baby Cotton. This is 100% cotton yarn. Each ball has 50 grams and 186 yards, and the color I picked was color tin or eucalyptus. My first impressions of this yarn is that it is extremely soft and light. It is unlike many cottons that I've worked with before, and I think it's going to create a really light and airy fabric. That said, considering how soft it is, I'm a little concerned about durability, and I find that the softer the yarn, the more susceptible the yarn is to pilling. So I hope that I don't have a huge issue with pilling in this yarn, but even if I do, I can use a gleaner on it and move on. So it's not a total deal breaker if this yarn pills a lot, but it is one concern that I have upon first touching it. This color is really beautiful and it is a bit out of my comfort zone. I tend to pick grays, browns, and other neutral type colors, but this I found a really beautiful color and I find it pretty accurate to what was pictured on the website. So I'm excited to see how this works up and how I can incorporate it into my wardrobe. I plan to use this yarn to make a So Summer shirt by Jessie May Designs. The next yarn I picked was Twister Solid. Hobbii Twister Solid is 55% cotton, 45% acrylic. Each cake features 100 grams and 437 yards, and I picked the color 118, which is amber. One of the things about this yarn that pleasantly surprised me when I opened the package is that each cake features a center pull tag. I also love this color, and I find that the color I received is really true to the color that is displayed on the website. It is rich, saturated, and I think it's going to make a beautiful piece. Now, one thing that struck me a little strange about this yarn is that it is clocking in at 437 yards per 100 grams, which I think to most people, you would expect that to be categorized as a fingering weight yarn or a one weight yarn. However, Hobbii categorizes this as a category 2, which is technically a sport weight yarn. I plan to make the Ellie Summer top by Simone Ryan of Rust Knitwear. Overall, I'm really happy with everything I received from Hobbii, and I'm so grateful they reached out to me and generously offered to send me some yarns. Check out the links below where you can find all of the yarn I talked about today and browse their website for yourself. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.